Well, for starters, this is probably one of the most unusual YouTube videos that a lot of you have ever seen. This is out of my own concern of politics and the way I see it today. What I really like to say is that people, when Barack Obama began his campaign for presidency, it woke up a lot of people. I mean, there were people that had really been completely dead to politics and elections. But at that time, there was an opportunity where people saw to run to the polls. Some of us ran to the poll because we really wanted change. Some of us ran to the polls simply because he was an African American, not even understanding his views and ideas. And some of us ran to the polls for the first time just because our friends were voting. Some of us ran to the polls because we saw an opportunity to see history unfold. People, whatever your reason was for going to the polls and being a part of that election, it doesn't matter to me. The thing that really matters to me is that, we voted for President Barack Obama. He was elected, which is good. But what happened to what our parents always taught us? Don't start something and not finish it. What I mean, people, is that we got this man elected into office, and we just stood back and watched. We pushed this man out in the line of fire, I would say, and left him to fend for himself and for us. What were we thinking? Once this man was elected, what he thought was that he had the backing of the American people that voted for him to put him in office, and that we would support him all the way. Some of us wanted the same, some of us wanted the fame of just having an African American president. Now, I know that people of all nationalities voted for President Barack Obama, which is good. But we got to realize this man faced a mountain of problems when he came into office. I mean, problems that were enormous problems. But what he and his family thought was that they had supported the American people all the way. Sad to say, once elected, he didn't. People, I not only voted for President Barack Obama, but I worked countless hours on his campaign, going door to door, talking to people, convincing people that we needed this change, and that they needed to vote, which to me made a lot of sense. I saw it as an opportunity to just make things happen in the world today and make the world a better world. We have to realize, people, that we are the world. We are the world. As Michael Jackson said, we are the world. But for the reason that I wanted to, I worked on this campaign to have President Barack Obama elected because I wanted to see change. The world needed change. The United States needed change. There was time for change. I knew we needed change. The United States was headed for destruction. I'm not a millionaire, and right now, to be honest, probably don't even have $1,000 in my bank account. Drive a 1991 Ford Explorer and rent the home that I live in, and can't afford to go on a popular network to tell my story for the world to hear. But I pray every single day and believe that things are really going to change for the better for the American people. It's not going to happen overnight. We have to be a part of this change, people, and we're not being a part of this change. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republicans. There are some ideas of the Republicans that I love. There are some ideas of the Democrats that I love. There are some ideas of Democrats that I do not like. There are some ideas and views of Republicans that I do not like. But be it as it may, it is what it is. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. We must work together. I mean, people, do you realize that we're at war with Democrats against Republicans, which is not the way it should be. The United States is at war with themselves, with Democrats and Republicans. We must work together, people. We all have to come together and work on this as a whole. What surprised me? I was on Capitol Hill the day of the passing of the healthcare bill, Obama healthcare bill. I was there. I saw Michelle Obama come to the window and looked out. very discouraged look, because they did not see the support of the American people there. I felt very outnumbered there, but I stood there and I voiced my opinion, along with everyone else. We talk about jobs and the loss of jobs. We have to realize jobs will be. As technology changes, technology is taking over jobs. Technology is becoming to replace man right now. We need to work this situation out and make things better. Some people say we have the illegal immigrants that are coming in that are taking over our job. Well, it may be true partially. But we, in order to come together and voice our opinion and make this work, we have to stand as one. I mean, and it is very sad that we are at war against each other. This is not the way it should be. But things has happened, and to be the way it is, it's just what it is. I lost my mother August of 2010. I remember the values that she taught me. The past that my mother gave me the intention to want to do more, to want to have more, want to see the American people have more. That's the way I felt. That's the way I felt, and that's the way I feel right now. We are the world, people. The cost of living right now is shooting past us quicker than I can see, quicker than we're making money to keep up with it. If we come together, we can come up with a solution to make things work. Now, how much sense does that make when the cost of living is going far past us than the amount of money that we're making on our job? We say we want to save money on prisoners. Okay, we incarcerate people who are shooting and killing people, robbing people. Okay, if these people want to shoot, kill, and rob people, then have them enlist in the army. Make that a part of their punishment. Surely they're very experienced in using a firearm. So let them work. That's the way I feel about it. I mean, after all, we are the world. It frightens me, people. It frightens me to see how things are today and how the government is operating. God gave us a second chance with the election of once the Republicans had won the House. Okay, of course they bragged about it, and they still are right now today. They're beginning to come together. Thank God they are. But we must come together as one and make this happen. Now, one thing I must say to the artists, the rappers, the singers, the celebrities out there, rappers especially, you have these kids' mind. They're prone to listen at your music. They listen at everything you say. You can tell them to kill a bitch. That's what they want to do. Call females bitches and hoes. That's what they listen at that. They take heed to that, and you have their minds so locked, so deadlocked right now that if you started to talk to them regarding politics, regarding the election, regarding what we need to do, in 2012, we could make a hell of a change. We could make certain that Barack Obama stays in office and continues what he's doing right now for the American people, and not let his work thus far be in vain. I mean, I say that to say this. You can go into a store and you can see our kids can see a pair of shoes that say G Unit or any other name brand on them. They'll pay $200, $300 for that pair of shoes. That's what they want. That's what it is. They can go in the same store, see a pair of shoes with Jesus Christ on it. They don't want to pay $10 for that pair of shoes. Make sense? No. We are the world, people. We are the world. God gave us Barack Obama. And Barack Obama is trying so hard to give the American people what they've so longed for. But as Barack Obama tried, and your musical lyrics come out, as for some of you, it taketh away. It destroys our young people. And that is where the mindset is today. They don't care anything about election. They don't care anything about 2012 till after 2012 is done. And then we want to voice our opinion. One rapper I love, T.I. Thumbs up. That's my boy. Love him. Love his lyrics. T.I. comes out and he talks to the young people within his lyrics about how he came up, how he was growing up, and how he did not have this and not have that, how he used the way he was raised, the way he was brought up through poverty, whatever, to make him a better man, to make him a better person as he is today. So his lyrics are powerful. If you get the opportunity to probably listen to him at some point, but the man is very powerful. Now, I don't want any of the artists to take this as an attack, because surely it is not. I'm just giving you the benefit of the doubt, because maybe you all just haven't took the time to understand it in this way, and realize that, hey, maybe we can make this happen. Okay, for instance, the Monique Show. When you go on the Monique Show, talk to the kids, talk to the American people, make this happen. I'm fearful of what may happen in 2000 after the election 2012. But again, I say, artists, do not take this as an attack. I love you guys. You're doing great. I mean, and I applaud you for that. You know, sometimes we all need to be brought. Sometimes we all need to be brought out in order to understand what things are all about. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the game, and so what if you sell? So what if you sell a little less records? Think about it. I mean, what else is it that you need in life? I mean, I watch cribs. I mean, are we hurting that much that we need to rob from our children to make it? No, I don't think so. You know. After all, you know, like my mother's always taught me, and like the scripture says in the Bible, what profit is it to a man to gain the whole world but yet lose his soul? We are the world, people, and we got to get back up. You know, I hope this video has really touched a lot of you out there, celebs especially, because it is up to you guys to get this message out to the people, to the children today. You know, if we start working on this right now, we don't have to wait till November officially. Politicians do, but we don't. We can start right now. We can start teaching the American people and teaching the kids via videos about the upcoming election of 2012. We need this, people. We need you. Artists, we need you guys to help us, please, and I beg right today, help us, because this is just what we need, and we can make this thing happen, and it doesn't have to be hard at all, you know. So, you know, what I want to say is just, you know, let's stay together. You know, we all, sometimes we're quick to jump the gun and say that one is wrong for what they do, but we have to learn to understand the difference between being different and being right or wrong. Because we differ in opinion doesn't say that we're right or we're wrong. We simply differ in opinion. If America was made of just everybody just alike, what kind of world would it be? Okay. People, I think my time is about to run out. I want to thank all of you for clicking on and for viewing my video. You know, I hope this has been an experience, and I hope it will be beneficiary to a lot of you out there. By all means, artists, if this gets in the right hands, you know, I'll be glad to take the opportunity to come out to talk to the people, talk to them, to give my speech as I see it. You know, right now we have civil rights leaders that died and passed on, that did what they had to do to get us started. They led the pathway for us right now. We must keep this going. Like I said again, I don't care if you're white, black, African, you know, Asian, Chinese, Japanese, of whatever descent. We have to come together, people, and make this work. We must make this work. We can make this work. I pray every day, and I believe that one day the United States of America will be okay. Yes, it is the freest country in the world. Maybe sometimes I think that it's too free. But people, we have to take advantage of this opportunity. Don't wait to 2012 and then try to get out there and say this and say that. Artists, again, like I said, a lot of you, just like when you win an Oscar or a Stella Award or whatever the case might be, first thing a lot of them will say, I thank God for what He's done for me to get me this far. What have you done for Him? What have you done for Him? He said if you make one step, He'll make two. So people, we have to understand, we have to take charge. We have to get into politics. We have to watch these debates on TV. We have to voice our opinion. People, please. Artists, I look for you guys to help me out with this. I mean, I'm fearful of the election 2012. I'm fearful because of the way Republicans are handling the House right now. You know, it is not that we should be against one another, Republicans, Democrats. We have to make this work, people. And that is just the way I see it. So, if we can do this, we need to make it happen. And you know what? We can do this. As T.I. said, and Michael Jackson said, we are the world, and we got to get back up. Thank you.